What you guys, got the iLife robot vacuum cleaner mopping system here for $260. It's got a 2600 milliamp hour battery with sensors on it which can detect anti-drop and wall detection and stuff like that. It does have a mopping system on here which will mop all your hard floors and also sweep them also. Now it's not really designed for very thick heavy duty shag pile type carpet, more like the thin type layer carpet, and it can sweep those just fine, but obviously not for mopping. But hard floors is where it really shines. You can see here the extra large 750 milliliter dustbin, which is designed to pick up a lot of dust. This is everything you're going to get in the kit. You're going to get your robot vacuum cleaner with the mopping system, all your user manuals. You've got your brushes, you've got your remote control, you've got your charging station and a spare HEPA filter with a spare also mopping towel as well on there. You've got all your user manuals here, quick start guide, user manual and a warranty card here. And you can see the quick start guide here. It's very easy to understand. It's got pictures and English text on here and other languages as well. The user manual is like a telephone directory, but you normally get by using the quick start guide. It's very easy to understand here and set up. Now this is the first one I've reviewed and I'm pretty impressed with it. It does a pretty good job at sweeping and mopping here. So you can see we've got two brushes which we can install, and we've got two spare ones. They're color coded and they just slip on here. Got three little thin brushes on these here. Now there's no central brushing system here, so that's why I would suggest that this is really sort of designed for hard flooring, and there is no sort of beater bar brush in the middle there, so you've only got like a piece of rubber. But you've got two spare brushes here and a cleaning tool in there as well to clean out your dustbin. Now you've got a 360-degree rotating wheel on the front. This helps it to maneuver. You've got these big drive wheels here that bounce up and down, which gives you plenty of maneuverability. You've got an anti-bumping bar on the front here which will detect walls and also stop it damaging the walls and furniture, because it's got a nice big rubber bumper on the front here which works really well. Because the way these work is they don't map the system out, they sort of go around the outer perimeter of the room and then clean inside the center of the floor afterwards. Now also you get a mopping system here with some sort of mopping towel on here. You get a spare one of those as well. Just put a bit of water in here and I'll show you how that all works a little bit later on. But you've got a spare one of these. These are machine washable, so you can wash these as well. Now this is the actual part of the back pit where you can just pull out like so, and this will change it from the mopping system to the vacuum system. And once you do this, it's pretty straightforward to easy to do. They just slot into place. Again, you've got those HEPA filters in there which are pretty good for pet hairs and stuff like that. And once you push the button, I've pushed a sequence here for it to go up and down. It will start to find the perimeter of the wall here and go around the outside of the wall first, and it will go all around the outside of your furniture. Now this, if you've got any sort of rugs or cables in the way, you'll need to obviously remove those, because it does get a bit confused and it can get tangled in those. But other than that, it does a pretty good job, seeing that it doesn't actually map the room. What it does is it goes around the perimeter and then goes through the middle, but sometimes it does go over the same area 2 or 3 times, which is pretty normal for these sort of price point robot vacuum cleaners. Now obviously if the more advanced stuff, which will cost hundreds and hundreds of pounds, they will map a room and obviously will be able to do a much more efficient job. But this does a pretty good job at this sort of price point, which is around about $260. You can see here it's just gone out into the middle. It's trying to find the edge of the wall here, the furniture, and it's going to go around the back. It went all around the back of the furniture, and when the battery starts to run low, it will go back to its base station and recharge. Now you can set this up on a schedule as well to clean the floor while you're at work, which is pretty nice. It's also got a spot cleaning feature here. As you can see, I've pushed that feature and it will then rotate in a spiral motion and start to clean the floor where there was a spillage. Now these are tea bag granules, and it's just picking these up with ease. As you can see, it goes into a pretty wide spiral motion and sweeping all of this up. Now the robot doesn't know whether there's a hard floor or carpet. It will just go through whatever's there, and it also can't detect dust on the floor, so it won't just come out and start sweeping up this dust area. You have to physically put it there and it will then clean it up for you. But as you can see, it does a pretty good job at cleaning up spot spills or something like that, and this will be a pretty good job. Now to clean this, all you need to do is just pull the canister out here and just empty this out, and if you see the amount of dust that this picks up, it's pretty good. Now obviously this was some dust that I manually put down myself, and you can just put this straight into the bin and use the cleaning tool to clean it up afterwards if you want to. Now I've put the mopping system on here, I've just filled up a little bit of water, and I did find that it did put down a fair amount of water here, as you can see, so you have to be careful that you don't slip. So it's not basically drying the floor, it's dragging a damp mop across the floor here, which will then clean the floor, and it will cover the whole floor area, and it's done a pretty good job. But again, there's no detergent in here or anything like that, and it will go around the perimeter of the room first, and then it will go along the center of the room, and 1 or 2 times it will keep going over the same area. But all in all, it did cover all the areas and do a pretty good job at cleaning the floor. As you can see here, this is the finished result once the floor dried, and it looked pretty good. Now obviously if you're at work and you come home, all the floor has been cleaned and it looks pretty good. Now obviously you would need to sweep and then change that over to the mopping system, so you'd have to be there to do that. But other than that, you can see the dirt that is picked up. Now some of these are tea granules on here, so this is not dirt, and it has picked all of that up off the floor and cleaned the floor very thoroughly, so it looks pretty good. And this is the actual unit here. Now you can control this by remote control as well, and also you can control it by manually on the actual system itself. And you can see the HEPA filter in here. They advise you not to wash this out, and you can change it. You do get a spare one in the kit, and it's pretty easy to clean this, but 750 milliliters of dust collection is pretty good. The manual controls are on here, so you can control the robot from here if you want to, if you lost your remote. But you've got all your function buttons on here, and also your schedule buttons are here, so you can set up a Monday to Sunday cleaning schedule for when you're not around. So if you're at work at say 8 o'clock in the morning, you can get the robot to come out, and it will automatically come out and clean the house thoroughly while you're at work. Now the sensors are on the bottom here. You can see there's 3 sensors here on the bottom, and also we have that 360-degree wheel which it navigates around with. The 2 cleaning brushes, you get 2 spare ones as well. And this is where the dust is swept into. There is no bar across here, there is just a rubber piece of rubber here that drags along the floor, so it would have been nice to see a beater bar there or something for carpet cleaning. But you can see here there's 2 big wheels that drive the unit along, and this is where you can interchange from the mopping system and the vacuum. So pretty good all in all. So all in all, I thought it'd done a pretty good job. I do like the actual unit itself. It'd done a pretty thorough job at sweeping and mopping. My mum was pretty impressed because it did it around her house, and she's elderly, and I set it up for her, and she's quite happy with it to go around and do all the sweeping for her. And it done a pretty good job at doing that, as you can see by the finishing results there. Now if you're interested in getting your hands on one of these, I'll leave the link in the video description. Thanks again for watching. My name is Brian from briteccomputers.co.uk. Bye for now. Now if you haven't subscribed yet, hit the big red subscribe button on my YouTube channel and hit the bell notification button next to that to be notified when we upload new videos.